What's good, YouTube, and welcome to the house. We're back today with another market watch, and these buyouts, they just seem to not chill out. It keeps happening over and over again because the format's so diverse and people are used to throwing money at a lot of things. I'm going to give you the same advice on Swap Frog as I'm going to give you on the next card. Just wait it out. The price will drop. Don't give money towards these specific buyouts. Paleo, it's a great deck. It might have its time again in this format, despite Hey Trunade being a thing, Denko still being around. It's not as easy to get Denko out as it once was. We're not just pendulum summoning it out and stopping your back row completely. And Paleo players obviously have had time to learn how to play around Denko. Yes, there's plenty of options to stop Paleo, but I feel like this format has the chance for a stun-like deck or a Paleo deck to break through the format, and then people will side accordingly to it after. Somebody seems to have put their money and their wallet towards this mindset and gone for it, but there were multiple high-rated sellers with playsets ready for that, and if you just hold off, if you just wait, it's gonna be fine. Usually when we see true hype around this, Swap Frog goes up a lot. It's only gone up 8 cents on the near mint. So it's not real hype, and on eBay we do already see it down at $45, $48. It wasn't fully up to the same point as TCG players. So just chill out. It'll fall back towards that sweet $35, $30 price point, and if you really need that competitive player mindset of foiling out your deck, having the nicest thing and feel in your hands, you'll be fine to wait. Now on the next card, it's the same kind of thing. Left Arm Offering gets bought out again and again and again. I feel like every month, almost like clockwork, Left Arm Offering gets bought out. And I get that there's now a card that stops Ash Blossom, but this is supposed to be a semicolon right here. Banishing your entire hand is a cost, so your ability to stop Ash Blossom in this deck or using Left Arm Offering, it's not there. You're always going to have the risk of getting Ash Blossomed if you couldn't bait it prior. So Left Arm Offering, to me as a card, still has just insane problems as a card, but it's going to end up in top cut decks. It's still a good card. Just wait for it to fall back down. Like, this is not its true market price. We'll see it fall back down on eBay too. Let's actually go to sold listings and then go in date recent first. Let's see what people are actually paying. Yeah, they've been paying 15. Wow, they've been paying a lot of money for this. That's pretty crazy. Like if you don't give in to this mentality, you will be fine. Like, this is crazy to me. I can't believe they're actually selling like that. Wow. Oh man, and people really go for decks that they love. Grass is a great feeling to pull off, but I just wouldn't. I would hold off on this card, personally speaking, especially at this price point. I don't think it's worth its gameplay value there, although I personally love playing with it on Dueling Book. I put this in a ton of decks. Alright, so the Dino Masher Fury structure deck, the structure deck that always seems to give, has held a high price. What's happening here? Well, Overraptor was down to a relatively lower market price, and now it's starting to push over $2 at the $2.50 mark. Ultimate Conducty Tyranno pushing that $2 mark as well. Now they're going up fast. Dinosaurs are getting a lot of hype as a fun and good deck at the same time. It did win one of our tournament rounds. It has a lot more OTK potential than I was giving it credit for, and now it has negation factors that you will pull off semi-regularly. Conductor Tyranno on eBay is actually a low of $3, so cheaper on TCG for now. And it actually quickly goes up to 4. Very low quantity, 23. And Overraptor only has 16 results, but is starting at the same price, although I never buy from Zangoose. And then it goes to 3 and then 378. So your overall best option would probably be to buy this one from Alternate Universe. Oh no, that's slightly played. Ouch. Guerrilla Games, and find other cards as their top rated seller. And it is interesting to see it quickly disappearing from the market on quantities for both cards. There's not a whole lot of them versus a player base of thousands upon thousands of players. So if you're interested in Dinosaurs, you may actually, even at these prices, want to pick it up now before it does go way higher. It seems like a lot of people are going for them. The engine's good. It's a good deck. I personally always enjoyed it, but it's not without its bricks and problems. I've seen Summon Overraptor Search pass, even in this format, so you want to be careful with that. Gym Armadillo. This was the most requested card last night. People were screaming at me in my stream about it. I don't know how to feel about Gym Armadillo. I get that we have the new Link monster for the Gym Knights. I just don't know how I feel about Armadillo, personally. Like, a lot of the people I see play it, it's never used in those combos that really hurt me and FTK me whenever GCD plays me. I don't think I've seen him summon it, but if GCD, if you are watching this, please put in the comment section down below how you feel about Gym Armadillo, not Gym Knight. It's missing that Knight word, by the way, which is important. But how do you feel about Gym Armadillo if you are watching? I feel like he's kind of my resident expert on the Gym Knights, and a great tuber as well. And we see on eBay it's actually matching at $20 for the secrets. It's an insane buyout. I personally don't know that it will be any shape or form of meta defining, but it was a good targeted buyout in the fact that there's only these two printings of it. It's CT5, so it wasn't massively printed into the ground where vendors could get it like DT4. Another card to note is Master Diamond. Its DT went out, but look how many versions of this card there are. There's some extra versions here. So we got Star Pack, and we've got the comment. It's from the Star Pack. Like, I would say, like, okay, this makes sense, it's a good buyout, but highest rarity Master Diamond, it's gonna fall back down relatively fast. The rest of them, you can still get it for $1. That's kind of why. And we already see it $8 on eBay, $8.40, $8.40. People really want to say, hey, Jobber! Haha! It's always nice to see him. But yeah, it's gonna fall back down relatively fast. Dragonic Diagram has fallen back down, just as I said it would, at $33. But I will say this, I highly underestimated what True Dracos can do. It's still a very viable threat watching it in our tournament. I do like its chances. It's very immune to Dinosaurs. Like, Dinosaurs have to work very hard to deal with Masterpiece that has any sort of backup. Cartonomize, great card, getting a reprint soon, so even more people will want to grab the other pieces of decks they can play with Cartonomize. I did highly underestimate this, but at the same time, I'd still wait for it to dip down to like $25 before I ever considered buying one. And we see on eBay, let's type in that ever-present EN phrase, and it's actually higher, $34.38, so it is dipping down much quicker on TCG Player. It is a deck I would consider, but I would wait for it to chill out also. All these prices, it's going to be a roller coaster of buyouts during the competitive season, so you just kind of want to time yourself right and know the price you're willing to spend on a card and watch it. That's my best advice on cards like this and cards like this. Just watch it. Don't be the guy spending so much on these. It's actually just insane. The end date recent first 20s, like 15. Okay, that's a bit much for me still. Like, it's crazy to me that people are going all out on left arm offering. I can't get over it. Another engine I would suggest picking up now is just the Spellbook engine. The cheaper parts. If you're gonna hold off on knowledge, hold off. But get the secrets while they're cheap. Get the Blue Boy while it's cheap. You'll probably be able to find sellers like Adam Korn here has multiple. And I assume he would be one of the lower sellers over here too, or you can just get it from Super Games. So you could get like 3 from Adam Korn, 3 from Super Games, spend the total of like $6, and you already have it ready in case you ever really want to drop money on the knowledges. There's no point not to have this ready in case it does go up to that $2, $3, $4 mark. Like, just get it now. There's no point not to. It's a great draw engine, and it's limited in Japan for a reason. We have Expo, and I just wanted to show off some prices real quick. Electromite is actually stabilized around 60. I'm kind of surprised by this one. Skull Dread is sitting at 42, very similar to Borreload. It's not dropping towards 30 like I thought it would. Trunate has dropped back to the $18 mark. We've actually seen a small increase in Inspector Border. And that's about all to note, besides the fact that Isolde is at 9 and Paradox is floating at 7. If you remember, Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles had this at 3, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles actually never asked me to shout them out. I just do it because I want to. And if we come over here to Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles, Inspector Border's cheaper, and you can get 5% off with that code DGCBOD5. Isolde, you can get 5% off, get it cheaper, but Paradox especially at $5 versus, what is it? That's the next card I'm going to show you. Deal of the Day, Apprentice Illusion. We'll come back to that. we see this at $7 versus $5. So using that promo code, if you're spending, I think it's 50 US on singles, but it might be 75, you get the free shipping on singles. So I'm pretty sure it's 50, around 50 on singles you get free shipping. But you can easily hit that if you're working with teammates to do so. Otherwise, if you're not working with teammates and buying cards at the same time, it's obviously going to be rougher to get the shipping. But another card to note, Apprentice Illusion Magician, $7.22. Then you get 5% off on top of that versus like almost $10. So there's just the deal of the day right now. If you see this today, that you can come and get a lot of these for a relatively cheap price compared to the US market. So it's a great place to come shop, and I only shop them out when I see something over there that I feel like is noteworthy. Like this was $3 at Sneak Peek. They made a big mistake there, under half price. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed the market watch. What did you think of all the buyouts today? Like the crazy price hikes and increases that have been happening. It's really silly to me on some, but others make sense, such as the Dinosaurs. And we're just in that competitive season. Things are going to go up and up until about the month of Nationals, and then we'll have that huge cool off where it's open season.